the TV?
Yes.
All right. I'm ready. Imagine being told by a parent that you're not allowed to hang out with a certain person. At first that might seem unfair or that they're being controlling, but later you realize that they were trying to protect your future and your potential. If you have children, or if you've ever made a past decision based on your peer group, this speech could be beneficial for you and your loved one's future. I chose this specific social problem because I just had 2 daughters go through high school, and because of their peer group, they had 2 totally different experiences based on their peer group. Because the people around us shape our attitudes, choices, and opportunities, we should be intentional about surrounding ourselves with those who encourage us to reach our full potential. I will prove the importance of peer influence that has on someone's potential with personal experience, statistics, and scripture. I have several instances where my peer groups have influenced my choices and decisions. I can remember several times my peers influenced my decisions in imperative moments in my life. For example, when I was 15 years old, I ran away from home, and for 3 years I lived a life of substance abuse, among other things, partying and substance abuse. The most recent event that I was influenced by my peers was when attending church. I had a spiritual encounter. Let me back up a bit. As a child, my dream jobs were a kindergarten teacher, which I currently am. My second but farthest from reachable goal, in my eyes, was a counselor. But all my coworkers, friends, church friends, all gave me words of encouragement, believing in me more than I did. Both of these were impactful to my future based on who I surrounded myself with affected me either in the negatively or positively. Let's next look at the data that supports the importance of peer group influence. According to Dr. Jose Toledo, peer pressure is a big reason why young people start using drugs and alcohol and engage in reckless behavior. 70% of teens start using drugs if their friends do. If your friends use drugs, you're 5 times more likely to use drugs yourself. 50% of teens engage in unsafe sexual practices due to peer pressure. Peers also are affected by their mental health. 30% of people feel more depressed when their friends are negative. The last but most imperative is what God says about the impact your peers have on us. God points to the importance of peers and the influence it has on us throughout Scripture. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Evil company encourages you to be intentional. Let me start over. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. This verse encourages you to be intentional about close relationships because repeated exposure to certain attitudes, habits, or values can influence your own behavior. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. The purpose of this verse is to emphasize good relationships, help people become better, wiser, and stronger. Just as one piece of iron sharpens another, close friends can sharpen your character through honest feedback, encouragement, and correction. This pencil represents you. The knife and pencil sharpener represent your peers. Can both sharpen you eventually? Yes. Though this pencil sharpener can do the job more effectively and efficiently. Just look at this masterpiece created by one pencil. As God instructs us to be wise, who you surround yourself with can either affect you positively or negatively. So as you move forward, remember that the people you choose to surround yourself with today can shape the person you become tomorrow. Choose wisely, because your future is being influenced right now.